All right, so as I said, we are on page 16 today. We're looking at example 5. And we're going to write and solve equations to find measurements. Now, the problems that you're going to get today and tomorrow in your study guide and Friday on your quiz related to this section will not have a picture, or a lot of them won't have a picture. So here's the question that you're asked. Find the value of A and XY. If Y is between X and Z, XY equals 3A. XZ equals 5A minus 4. And YZ equals 14. So the first thing you're going to do after you read this question is you're going to draw a diagram. And your diagram will look something like this. Reread this. Find the value of A and XY if Y is between X and Z. So we put X on here and we put Z on here. And we put Y between them. So now we have Y that's between X and Z. X to Y is 3A. So this portion right here is 3A. X to Z is 5A minus 4. So from X over here to Z is 5A minus 4. And then Y to Z equals 14. So this portion here from Y to Z is 14. So remember yesterday we said that the two smaller pieces, or the sum of the two smaller pieces, if we take yellow and we add it to blue, isn't it going to equal the entire piece? So we write an equation now. We solve for A, and then we substitute to find Y to Z. So our equation would be 3A plus 14 is equal to 5A minus 4. The 3A plus the 14 has to equal the purple, which is 5A minus 4. So then we're going to subtract 3A from each side. And 14 will equal 2A minus 4. we can add 4 to each side. And 18 will equal 2a. And then if we divide each side by 2, then 9 is equal to a. So that was the first question, first part of the question. Find the value of a. There's our a. A is equal to 9. And then they asked you, let's see, find the value of a and xy. X to y is the yellow portion right here. And x to y is equal to 3a. So if xy equals 3a, then xy is equal to 3 times 9. And 3 times 9 is equal to 27. So there's your value of a. There's your value of xy. Any questions on any of those steps? Yes, ma'am. We take the smaller piece plus the other smaller piece, and we make it equal to the entire piece. That's our equation. Small piece plus small piece equals entire piece. Solve for the variable and then substitute. All right, so look at the guided practice down there below that. Let's try another one. We're going to find x and BC. If B is between A and C. AC is equal to 4x minus 12. AB is equal to x. And BC equals 2x plus 3. So our next step would be to draw this diagram. B is between A and C. So we're going to make this segment endpoints A and C. We're going to put B between there. And then we're going to fill in the rest of this information. So we've got AC here, which is 4x minus 12. A to B is x. And B to C is 2x plus 3. Smaller piece plus smaller piece equals entire piece. So we're going to take x plus 2x plus 3, and it has to equal 4x minus 12. So now on the left-hand side of this equation, we've got two x's, don't we? We've got a regular x and we've got a 2x. So we have to combine like terms. All right. And 1x plus 2x gives us a 3x plus 3 that's equal to 4x minus 12. So we're going to move all the variables to one side and typically like to move the smaller variable. So if we subtract 3x from each side, then 3 is equal to x minus 12. All right, so we've got a 3 that's equal to x minus 12. So we're going to add the 12 to each side. And 15 is equal to x. There's your first answer. You were asked to find the value of x. So here's your x. X is equal to 15. And BC. So we need BC. We need the distance from B to C. Well, if BC is equal to 2x plus 3, and x is equal to 15, we're going to substitute. So we've got 2 times 15 plus 3, which is 30 plus 3, which is 33. So our BC is equal to 33. All right, so any questions on either of those examples? Now, when you get your work today or when you do your practice today, this is the part that'll be in the book. You don't have to write all that down, but what you do have to do is be very careful when you draw your diagram. I want you to draw the diagram. You don't need to copy the whole find x and BC if B is between A and C. You don't have to write all that on your paper. That's too time consuming. Just read the information that's in the book, but you do have to draw the diagram because the diagram makes the problem make sense. To me, it does anyway. So you're going to draw the diagram, then you're going to show me your equation, and then you're going to show me how you substitute the value of the variable into the segment that you need to find. Okay? Any questions? All right. So practice today is going to be, it's going to start on page 18. You got problems 7 and 8. And then over on the next page, I want you to do problems 21 through 26. Again, you're still checking the odds in the back of the book. You're checking the odds in the back of the book. That's part of your assignment every day. And I'll just write check odds. And by now, everybody knows what that means.